Devon Tracey makes no money at chess.
Watch out! You might get what you're after. Cool, babies!
Alright. I just got through playing this game and it was particularly nasty. And I'm showing it to you because I won. Obviously. I do lose from time to time, / half the time. Now, he starts with the pawn, push, typical, most common move in chess. I give him my opening, hope he takes. He does take. I take back, and I'll give you the strategy here. This is my, I don't even know what to call it, the Tracey opening, but it's like it's a bastardized version of the Scandinavian, but like way bastardized. I mean, the only similarity is you bring your queen out with that series of moves. Everything else changes from now on. Always comes with the horse because it develops and it attacks. And so I have to react to that. Now I'm moving my queen again. I'm not developing any pieces. And I move it again, but I put him in check. And now he has a decision. He chooses the bishop. Then I come over here. And I'm putting pressure on this pawn. He has to react to it. He reacts by developing his piece. He's given me this, but if I take that, it's kind of a poison pawn in the sense that he's going to move here next, and then I got to hide in the corner, and he's got his rook on a semi-open or half-open file, and he's just way ahead in development. I've done nothing. Meanwhile, he has 3-4 pieces developed. And what do I have to show for it? A pawn? Who cares? So I don't take. I develop. He castles this side, which is the point. Now my queen is lined up with his king, so he's walked into my attack. I come to here, and actually make a mistake here. Yeah, I castle, which is a terrible mistake. And I'm ready to lose this game because the next move should be here. Forking. I move my queen out of the way. He takes the bishop. If I take back, he brings his bishop here and he has me skewered. And I'd lose my queen. So basically, if he moves there and I hide my queen and he takes here, I can't take back. I just lose a piece. No compensation. So it was a terrible move by me. I wasn't thinking, but he didn't catch it. Instead, he developed, and then I blockaded that from happening by mushing. I mushed this pawn forward, and what that does is now if he goes here, forking, I move my queen. If he takes my bishop, I can take back, and there is no skewer because this pawn is blocking that check. So now he brings his horse up in my business, and he's forking me, so I just take that because it's unpleasant, and he takes back. And now I kind of develop. So I push the pawn here, forcing him to get the hell out. He does. He moves back to there. And then I aggressively attack because the idea is I got my queen in this nice spot here. You know, his queen isn't staring down the barrel of my king, but my queen is staring down at his king. So I push this pawn. The threat is to push again, and he'd have nowhere to go. So he pushes this up. Now, that's a mistake because of the following. Watch. Push. He's got to move that piece. He moves it back. And now what do? Pause here and find the winning move. It's not the winning move, but it is a good move. And the move is, because of this pin, this pawn is not being protected by this pawn. So I can take that pawn. And I do. Because he can't take back because it would be check. So it's a classic, move. He wasn't thinking about it. And he was thinking about how can I defend this guy? How can I give this guy a square to hide from this incoming pawn? And he thought, oh no, now the game's advanced, and now what's this? So thinking ahead is always key. Take, and now he has to defend checkmate, because the next move is checkmate. So he defends it by bringing his bishop here. It's a good square for his bishop. He's sort of targeting. And now I can't take, so what do? Do I get this guy out of danger? Is he in danger? No, he's not. He still can't take. So instead I just calmly bring my bishop out, another nice little angle here. He hides from that. So he hides from this sort of X-ray vision, but he also gets out of this pin, which means now this bishop is in danger. So I bring it back. Simple. Calm. Now he advances his horsey poop, and he's threatening here, so calmly bring it back. Brings his queen up, gets out of this X-ray, and tries to develop it. I think I get my horse out. Yeah, bring it out. And now here comes. Now watch this. He goes aggressive. He thinks, look, you tried some shit over here. You got a pawn, but my king is safe as hell. Now I'm attacking you. So his next move is going to push right there, a pressure on my bishop, and I'd have nowhere to go with my bishop. Actually, I could go here, but it would be uncomfortable. So instead, I blockade, and I take a5. But look at this. Boom. He's like, fuck it, I'm sacrificing a pawn. I'm coming for you, dude. I'm coming for you. So I take, and he ignores that, and he pushes again. Boom. Uh-oh. Now I'm under pressure. So I can't go there. He'd be taken by the horse. Can go there. Probably should have gone there. If I go there, I would have been attacking his rook, and I don't know where he would go next. Maybe here, maybe here. Anyway, I went back. Now that I spend more than 5 seconds thinking about it, it might not have been the best move. He pushes again. Nasty, huh? So in this case, I decided to push forward here, and now I have essentially ruined my bishop. He's now just a pawn. That it's as if that's a pawn. But I can always move this forward at some point and reignite my bishop. This pawn is left out to dry, and he comes to collect. Now, do I defend that? Yeah, I do. Bring my horse out. Defending that pawn. And developing the horse. I like it. Then he brings this guy over as if he's going to sacrifice one of these. This pawn is safe because of this. And he can't dislodge this piece so easily. He might have to swap it out. But the problem is I see something. And what I saw was if I brought my horse to here, it'd be a massive triple fork, like a ninja star of forks. But if I did do that right now, this horse would take. So instead, I take the horse. Bang. And now I can go here, right? But hold on. Isn't he going to take back here? Yeah, he does. Attack my queen. So now he has the momentum on his side. He has the initiative. I block with the pawn, going on the attack. Does he take here? No, he doesn't, which would probably be a mistake. He does love this piece because look at that. It's knifing in like that. And it's defending here. So it's a very good piece for him. But then I have my triple fork and I get it. Bang, bing, bong. Bing, bing, boom. Now I was thinking he was going to disable me from taking one of these glorious pieces by bringing his queen to here. And if he did that, he would have a battery. This bishop and this queen threatening mate in one. See that? Mate in one. He doesn't do that. Instead, he puts a check in. I have two choices there. I say, you know what? I like my little cove in here. What you going to do? Hide in here. And then he comes here, so he avoids this battery, attacking this defenseless pawn. It's only being defended by the king. Instead, he goes here, and I'm thinking, is his strategy, is he going to move the bishop down here and look for checkmate here? If so, if he does move the bishop down there, I could just walk out. Just be like, okay, later. He might get the bishop, though, but I would be safe-ish. So I do take. I take on this fork. Bang. And then he takes. Pressure on me. Then I think I just get him back into a centralized... You never want your horses on the outside. They have way more power and options on the inside. So bring it here. I'm not really threatening this because if I take this, he'll take back with checkmate. And he puts pressure on me with the pawn. And I think I blockade his queen. Yeah. Blockade his queen from any of these sort of mating ideas. He gets out of the way, and now he comes with the battery. So this is mate in one. How do I stop it? I think I just move up. Oh, I move up two, blocking it. And also, he has some back rank issues here. So whenever you have a king in the corner, if you can get one of your rooks or a queen on the back rank, it's big problems for him. He could block here, but what is he going to do? So he pushes his pawn again. I don't see too much of a threat there. I just double up here. And I'm thinking about this back rank. Because if he takes, I'm going here, check. And, I mean, it's not mate, but it's awkward. So he gets this horse out of the way. Where do I take it? I slide in here. Check. Takes. Do I take with the queen? Look for the queen trade? I could, but I went with the pawn. Because look at what a nasty job that pawn is doing. Deep. You got a king in the corner, and his escape routes are blocked. He could still march out this way, though. So now he brings his pawn up. He's trying to, I don't know, crowbar his way into my king side, but this shell defense is kind of working for me. He doesn't really have anything here. So the key move here, it's a move that justifies this whole defensive strategy, and that is, seems counterintuitive. Well, first I take here. Take that pawn. Why not? Take, but then it's this. Pushing the pawn in front of my king forward 1, sacrificing it, he can just take that. The problem is, do you see the problem? If he takes that, I'm in massive trouble because he would have a revealed check, and I can't really go anywhere. If he moves here, I can scramble out this way, but the queen can get involved, and it's trouble. But what it does is it opens up this bishop, and this bishop blocks any exit. So you got this pawn blocking this square and this square. You got this bishop blocking any sort of exit for the king. So now the question becomes, can I put a check on him? And yes, I can. I got this check, I got this check. So he realizes that, and he tries to avoid it by guarding that open file, because he can't even take this pawn because he's worried about the mating idea. And it's still a mating idea, so I go here, and he takes, which is probably a mistake, and I take, and that's mate. All he can do is block with the rook. But it's mate. I mean, there's nowhere to go. So he technically could block, but then take, and that's over. So the lesson of this match is what? Don't make mistakes early, which I did, but if you get away with it, then go on the attack. I went on the attack. Take advantage of moments like this. Taking away a key pawn at his kingside, it's a great tactic. Don't make a move if there's no threat. So like right here, he moves there. I could have moved this back, but it's not in danger. So I took that chance to advance my pieces. And then, yeah, deal with the threats coming in. Try to be smart about it. You could form some sort of unconventional, very nice little protective walls here. But my idea was always to open this up again. I was never trying to abandon my bishop, which would be insane. And yeah, fun game. Yay, we win.
Devon Tracey makes no money at chess.